Cops find toddler hiding under the bed, chewing on plastic, after being left alone at home for 3 days with no food. It's hard to imagine a toddler being left all alone in an empty house with no food or a babysitter to make sure they don't hurt themselves. It's even harder to imagine a reckless mother who would put her own child in such danger. When the Ukraine police received a call from some concerned neighbors about a flooded apartment in Odessa, it uncovered an ugly truth that will make your stomach churn. A 3-year-old boy who was completely naked was found hiding under a bed in the room of a filthy apartment, as reported by Mirror. All alone for 3 days, the little boy was forced to fend for himself with no food, while his mother locked the apartment and went out with her friends. The cops found the house to be extremely unfit for anyone to live in, let alone a child without an adult around. The woman who was living there didn't seem to think twice when she left her son behind. The little boy was hiding under the bed with no clothes on when the police officers found him.
Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story.
A quick search of the place revealed that there was no food anywhere in the whole apartment. The police also discovered that the little boy, who was found with no clothes on, had resorted to eating sugar because he couldn't find anything else. When the sugar was done, the 3-year-old boy ate the packaging. One of the neighbors said the boy was found hiding under his bed and chewing a plastic bag. He was naked. His face and hands were covered with sugar. Police officers checked the apartment and concluded that the sugar was his only food. After running out of it, the boy started eating the package. Apart from there being no food, the house was also crawling with cockroaches. The boy's mother, Natalia, had reportedly left the child all alone in the dirty apartment, not just for a few hours but for days. While Natalia was away spending time with her friends, her son was back in the apartment surviving on sugar. At one point, the boy tried to get some tap water for himself and managed to open a tap. This eventually led to the apartment downstairs being flooded. However, this turned out to be a good thing because that's what led to the little boy being found by police officers. When the woman living downstairs noticed the water seeping through and flooding her apartment, she went upstairs to find Natalia. "I saw water pouring down my walls and ran upstairs trying to find Natalia," the neighbor told local media. "When I realized the toddler was home alone, I called the emergency services." Soon the police officers arrived at the apartment. After cutting out a portion of the door, they were able to get inside and rescue the child, who was exhausted by the time they found him. Doctors found that the boy was malnourished after the child was taken to the hospital. The day after he was rescued, the mother, Natalia, returned home to find her son gone. The police took her into custody and questioned her with respect to neglecting the child. The neighbors were also asked questions about Natalia's parenting, and they revealed that the mother would often leave the little boy alone in the house so she could go accompany her friends and go out drinking. Social services also got involved and confirmed that the cockroach-infested apartment was no place for a child to be living in. The child lived in horrific unsanitary conditions, said Yulia Nikandrova, the head of the Children's Protection Service. The apartment was infested with cockroaches and contaminated with dirt and filth. There was no food, the boy was neglected and covered with bruises. After the boy's healthy enough to leave the hospital, he will most likely be placed in an orphanage as social services are trying to strip Natalia of the right to parent. The neglectful mother was also charged with failure to fulfill basic parental duties.
If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting too. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.